Emma McBride, MP for Dobell. Thank you for taking time to speak to Central Coast newspapers. Two big announcements in the budget for the Central Coast. You must be very happy to do with the food manufacturing hub that's been planned for some time has got up in your budget.
This is something that is so important for the Central Coast and something that we've been working with the sector on, with the business community for such a long time. A $17.14 million investment in food manufacturing on the Central Coast, which will create, we believe, about 200 plus local jobs. We know that this is in a community where there's going to be a big growth. We know that local jobs are so important. This is good for the local economy. It's good for food manufacturing.
No, that's a big sector on the Central Coast, and Frank Sammut, who's been championing this for over a decade, he must be happy with the announcement. I know you made this commitment during the election.
So pleased to be able to, in the first Albanese Labor government, to be able to confirm our election commitment to the Central Coast. A really big investment in manufacturing on the Central Coast. We've got an established food and beverage industry on the Central Coast. We've got names that are known globally: Sara Lee, Sanitarium, Master Foods. This will mean that we'll be able to have innovation on the Central Coast. With this investment, our startup will be able to be able to scale up and commercialise on the Central Coast. It'll mean the big players will be able to try a new line on the factory without having to shut off an existing factory line. This is something that is so important to kickstart economic growth on the Central Coast. It's one of the biggest employers on the Central Coast. It's one of the most established industries on the Central Coast. And it's something that as an incoming Labor government, we are so proud to invest in partnership with business to be able to grow the sector and make this big investment in our region.